So you want to move to Dubai? Well, I think you need to watch this video before you make any move, because in this video, I'm going to share with you some of the things that you need to consider before you make a move to Dubai. Hi, my name is Lisa Grace, and on this channel, I talk to you about life as an expat in the UAE, entrepreneurship, and finance. Now, if you want to move to Dubai, I wouldn't blame you. It is a wonderful city. In fact, the UAE is a really great place to live. I've lived here for 13 years nearly. And in that time, I have seen the country grow and develop to being one of the best places to live in the region. But it's not perfect, people. There are things that you need to bear in mind before you make that big move. The first thing you need to bear in mind before you make that move is job security. Now, unlike your home countries or many home countries, jobs aren't really that secure in the UAE. You get a contract, but that contract can be terminated at any time. And you do not have the right to protest. You don't have the right to question it. I mean, you hardly have the right to question it anywhere, but the UAE even more so. You do not have the right. And so, if you are thinking of moving here, you need to consider whether or not you are happy with the level of job security on offer. In keeping with that, do not move here unless you already have a job secured. Some people do it and they're lucky to find a job while here, but that is not the case for many. And if you come here without a job and a salary, your money will go very, very fast. We'll talk more about why in just a moment. But before you make that move, get on that plane, pack up your good stuff, do a little research into how the job market is in the UAE, in Dubai in particular. It's very, very tough, especially now as there is a recession in most of the world and lots of people are looking for opportunities elsewhere, and the UAE is shiny and glossy. Do not be fooled by it. Before you come here, the second thing you need to bear in mind are your goals. If you have no goals when coming to the UAE, you're in trouble, because there is a lot to distract you here. And many people come here and leave without achieving anything. And there is nothing worse than going to work abroad and going back home with zero. So the first thing you need to do is to write your goals down, list them out, make a plan, and stick to it. Especially when you come here as a single person. It is so easy to get swayed by all the shiny things that are around you, so be careful. The third thing you need to bear in mind is how much setup capital you're going to need when moving to the UAE. It is not a cheap place to live. And so if you are going to rent an apartment, furnish an apartment, if you're going to rent a car or buy a car, you are looking at a lot of money. And if you do not have that money from the outset, you're going to be struggling as soon as you arrive. Some companies do give a setup fee to their employees to help them. Sometimes it's a loan and sometimes it's actually a grant. But check your contract. If you're not offered that, you need to make sure you have enough money to get set up in this country. Now, if you are moving with a family, you need to make sure that you have enough money to cover at least the first term's school fees. Even if there is school fees in your contract, you will need to have some money upfront to take care of that, because they do not always pay you the school fees in advance for you to pay your child's school. So you need to make sure you have that money, because if you don't, your child will be out of school. Here's the thing, many people don't talk about it, but there are quite a few children here who are not in school because the school fees are quite high. In fact, they're probably among the highest globally. So if you're moving here with a family, check your contract carefully, because you want to make sure that whatever you're earning can cover decent schools for your children. Now, here's a bonus tip for you. You ready for a bonus tip? If you've watched this video thus to this point, please hit the subscribe button. I make videos on entrepreneurship, finance, and life as an expat in the UAE. I'm also the editor of Teach Middle East magazine. So if you're ever in this area and you're in education, head over there as well. Here's my bonus tip. Avoid debt. You heard right, avoid debt. When you move to this country and you're earning a salary, the credit card companies are after you. They're going to offer you high interest, high balance credit cards. Do not take more than what you can manage. And every month, make sure you clear those credit card bills. It is not like your home country. I'm from the UK, and in the UK, credit card debt is not a criminal offense. However, unpaid credit card debt can land you in jail. So if you know that you cannot afford to pay the credit card in full, do not take it, because it can become a nightmare very, very quickly. Okay guys, those are my top tips to consider before you move to the UAE. Having said all of that, I've lived in the UAE for 12 plus years. It is a fabulous country to live in, and if you want to learn more, or you have any questions, or you're looking and exploring your options, leave a comment and I will be happy to get back to you. Until my next video, bye.